Let's be honest, most of the time you got 26 tabs open, a couple of half-finished notes, and a 5-year plan you've rewritten every month for 5 years. This is the part that no one ever tells you. Being smart is what's holding you back. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it's true. You were told your whole life that intelligence was your superpower. Gifted programs, advanced classes, professors pulling you aside to say you were different. Tests felt easy. Learning was effortless. You were destined for big things. Yet here you are, watching people who aren't as sharp ship faster. They're launching businesses while you're comparing business models. They're closing deals while you're polishing the perfect email. They're living your dream while you're still mapping how to start. Your intelligence became a cage you built yourself bar by bar, thought by thought. Every brilliant analysis that delayed action, every flawless plan that never launched, every clever excuse that kept you comfortable. The shift? Your IQ isn't the problem, it's how you're using it. Once you see why smart people stall, you can finally start winning. In the last minutes of this video, you will face one choice and one question that turns this from interesting to life-changing. Keep repeating the month you just lived, or use a 10-minute daily step I'll show you. Your answer decides which future you get. Chapter 1. The Overthinking Trap. You can crack tough problems in your head, but that project is still sitting there for 4 years. 4 years! In that time, someone else built it, sold it, or done it, and retired. Welcome to the Overthinking Trap. This is where smart people watch their goals fade away, one analysis at a time. Here is how it goes. A simple task like planning your day. Most people grab a sticky note. They write 3 things. They start, by lunch, 2 are done. But your brain's like, nope. You test 9 productivity apps. You compare Notion, Asana, Trello. You watch 17 review videos. You join a subreddit. You tweak templates and color tags. You set up automations. You build the perfect system. 6 weeks later, the setup looks amazing, but the work is still not started. That is not thinking. That is hiding. Hiding behind setup, behind planning, behind the look of productivity. Overthinking feels like work because your brain is busy, but it is an engine in neutral, lots of noise, no motion, and you feel it. You know you are stalling. You keep going because stopping would mean starting, and starting would mean risk. Chapter 2. The Perfection Prison. Want to know the most expensive word in English? Perfect. That one word has killed more dreams than failure ever could. It has cost you money, chances, and happiness. Mistakes can be fixed. Perfect never shows up. Perfectionism is not high standards. It is not careful work. It is not even about quality. It is fear wearing a productivity mask, and it quietly steals a better life from you before you even notice. Think about your drafts. How many are 90% done and still not shipped because they are not quite ready? That book you have been editing for 2 years. That business you have been planning since college. That course you recorded 3 times and never released. You tell yourself you are protecting quality. The truth is, you are scared that if it is not perfect, people will see you are not as smart as they think. If your work has flaws, maybe you do too. If your ideas are not bulletproof, maybe you are not either. Here is the truth that sets you free. Perfect is the enemy of paid. Done beats perfect every single time. While you polish, someone else gets paid. While you perfect, they move forward. Perfect is a prison with no key. Done opens doors. Chapter 3. Why IQ is not enough. Here is some quick math that might surprise you. After an IQ around 120, smarts predict about only 23% of success. 23%! That means 77% comes from other things. Let that sink in. What predicts about 58%? Emotional intelligence. EQ beats IQ by more than double. EQ is reading the room, connecting with people, managing your emotions, and inspiring others. These soft skills you keep putting off are the real currency of success. School did not teach this. You got rewarded for right answers, not teamwork. For solving problems alone, not building relationships. For being right, not being likable. So you are great at theory but shaky at the human stuff that moves results. You can solve hard equations but you do not know how to ask for help. You can debug code but you avoid tough conversations. You can optimize systems but not relationships. Your IQ is writing checks your EQ cannot cash. That is why people who are not as bright are passing you. They are not smarter, they are better at the game that matters. If you plan to take one small action this week, tap like right now. That tiny click is your first rep today. It tells YouTube this helps, and it tells your brain you are a doer, not just a thinker. Thanks. Chapter 4. The Knowledge Curse. Here's the crazy part. The more you learn, the harder it gets to do anything. It is like opening Netflix, scrolling for 40 minutes, and watching nothing. That is the knowledge curse. Too many options, too much info, not enough action. When you know less, choices are simple. Start a business, sell one thing, need customers, tell people what you sell. It is almost embarrassingly simple. When you know a lot, every choice explodes into more choices. You see all the risks, all the tweaks, all the what-ifs. One path turns into 10, then 100. Your brain freezes. Think back to when you were new. You just tried stuff. You posted the thing. You asked for help. If it flopped, you learned and moved on. That beginner energy was a gift. Now, you research, you compare, you open 15 tabs, you build a plan so perfect that nothing starts. You are not stuck because you lack skill. You are stuck because you are stuck in study mode. The fix: shrink the choice. Pick one small move. Do it today for 10 minutes. Learn after you act, not before. Chapter 5, the execution equation. Here is a simple rule for success. Performance equals talent times effort times effort. Effort squared. Write it down. In plain math, effort counts twice as much as talent. Your natural gifts are the multiplier. Effort is the power, but a lot of smart people coast. School was easy, tests were simple. We got A without trying. We never built the effort muscle. We never learned how to grind. So now we are adults with Ferrari engines and tricycle work habits. We can quote every productivity guru, but we cannot focus for 5 minutes straight. Here is the part no one says. Steady, average work beats rare bursts of genius every time. The person who shows up daily will beat the person who shows up brilliantly once a month. The tortoise beats the hare because the hare keeps stopping to feel smart. Effort counts twice. Remember that equation. It is worth more than your IQ score, more than your degrees, more than your potential. Potential without effort equals 0. Chapter 6. Breaking the fixed mindset. Here's the funny part about smart people. The smarter you are, the more likely you get stuck in a fixed mindset. Yeah. You have been the smart one your whole life. It is not just what you do, it feels like who you are. So when something is hard, you back off. Not because you cannot do it, but because struggling feels like proof you are not as smart as people think. What if people see you struggle? What if you fail? What if smart is not your thing anymore? So you stay in the safe zone, where you never test yourself, and you keep the fantasy that you could do anything if you really tried. But growth needs failure. It needs looking silly, making mistakes, starting as a beginner, asking simple questions, getting it wrong, and trying again. That is scary when your identity is built on being the smart one. Here is the shift. Your intelligence is a starting point, not a trophy. It is meant to be used, not protected, stretched, not saved. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop being truly smart. You invested your time to get here. Do not leave your win on the table. The last question cashes it in. Chapter 9 is where it happens. Chapter 7, the social intelligence gap. Here is the weird part. You solve other people's problems, but not your own. You give great advice you never use. You build plans you never run. Because success is not a solo sport and you have been playing alone, smart people often think networking is beneath them. Small talk feels painful. Why chat about the weather when you could debate big ideas? Why talk sports when you could fix real problems? So you skip the little stuff. Here is what you missed. That guy talking about last night's game is building trust. That woman sharing weekend plans is making a real connection. Those simple chats are the foundation. They are not shallow. They are how relationships start. Your network is your net worth, not your IQ. But you've been busy being the smartest in the room and forgot to connect with anyone in it. You focused on being right and forgot to be likable. You tried to impress and forgot to help. Success is a team sport. You cannot win if no one wants you on their team. Your ideas do not matter if no one helps you ship them. Make it simple. Say hi to the barista by name. Reply to a coworker with a quick thank you. Ask one curious question. Send one follow-up text. Remember one detail. Do that every day. Connection beats perfection, every time. Chapter 8, Building Your Success System. Forget what you think you know about productivity. You do not need a new app. You need fewer steps and less friction. Build your setup so doing is easier than thinking. Make the next action the obvious action. Your brain will always try to plan instead of start, so take away its options. Example, you want a solid focus habit. Do not research deep work. Do not watch more videos. Do not build a perfect setup. Tonight, clear your desk. Put your phone in another room. Lay out one sticky note with one task written on it. In the morning, sit down, set a 10-minute timer, and work until it rings. Tomorrow, repeat. Add 1 minute if you want. That is the whole system. Simple, almost silly, and it works. Your brain will say this is too basic. It will ask for a content calendar, a workflow, a 10-step plan, a guide on how to videos. That is your intelligence trying to feel smart. Complexity feels smart. Complexity kills action. Systems beat goals. Habits beat motivation. Simple beats complex. Every time. Treat your life like you debug code. Remove friction. Cut extra steps. Ship something small every day. The smartest system is the one you use without thinking. It's time. Comment your choice now. Type yes or not yet. If yes, comment yes. Tomorrow at your chosen time, I will do my one task for 10 minutes. If not yet, comment not yet. The one thing stopping me is then say your reason. Your comment is your contract. The question is, are you smart enough to stop being so smart? Chapter 9, The 30-Day Transformation. All right, genius. Time to put that big brain to work on your real life, not the maybe someday life, the life you are living right now. For the next 30 days, you will run an experiment, not plan one. Not research one, run one. Start today. Start now. Start before you feel ready. Rule number 1, start before you are ready. If you wait to feel prepared, you will wait forever. Your brain will always find one more thing to read, one more skill to learn, one more excuse to delay. Start stupid, finish successful. Pick one thing, not 5, not 3, 1. Do it badly every single day. Yes, badly. Give yourself permission to suck, permission to be an amateur, permission to be human. Document everything, not to optimize, not to analyze, just to prove to your overthinking brain that action beats intention, done beats perfect, moving beats thinking. In 30 days, you will not be perfect, but you will be different. You will be moving. You will be growing. You will be doing. Your IQ gave you potential. Only action gives you power. Keep this going. Tap the video on screen for your next small win. Subscribe for weekly productivity and self-improvement you can use today.